Hi everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do the daily reading for the topic is communication and building self-confidence. So I'm going to pull one card, which will be the focus, and then I'll pull two options. And just keep in mind, this is two out of an infinite number of options. This is just kind of to get you focused for the day. So let's see, what do we need to know concerning communication and building self-confidence for today, Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019. What is the focus for communication and building self-confidence? We have the Eight of Wands. All right. And then what is our first option, please? We have the Page of Pentacles. And what is our second option, please? We have the Nine of Cups. All right. So yeah, with definitely communication today with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is generally about a lot of communication, fast communication. Um, it's it's about action too. It can be about action. Eights are usually about manifesting. So, this could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be communication with anyone else. It could just be communication in general and action in general. Um, with the Page of Pentacles here, it's like message, kind of like a well thought out message, pretty reliable message, messages that you can rely on, and being reliable in your communication, being reliable. And then we have the Nine of Cups over here. So this could be about, I see this more as about, some people, really like to communicate and some people don't. And so I kind of see this as, you know, being mindful of using your communication not for like personal fulfillment or, the other way around, not using communication for your personal fulfillment. But we can go ahead and clarify. We can clarify all of these. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please. We have the Fool. Clarify the Page of Pentacles, please. Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Page of Pentacles, please. Whoa. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. And clarify the Nine of Cups, please. Clarify the Nine of Cups, please. We have the Seven of Cups. All right. So yeah, so with the Eight of Wands here, it's like, taking action, taking action to communicate. However, that can be with the Fool here, it's kind of like, yeah, sometimes communicating with people can be a risk. Sometimes it's hard to communicate depending on what you're trying to say. If you're trying to be self-expressive, um, that's definitely a risk. That's definitely, being vulnerable because we don't know how the other person is going to respond to our self-expression. And so it's kind of like putting yourself out there. You don't know what's going to happen. But it's also with the Fool here because, there is the sun and it's, really yellow in the background. It's really saying like, I think, just kind of like going for it, just taking that leap of faith to communicate with others. With the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups here. So yeah, this guy's reliable, but you know, and so maybe being reliable with your, we have that yellow color again. So to me, that's like a really good, that's a really positive symbol. Um, but with the Page of Pentacles, it's really about, making sure, paying attention to the details, making sure that you're saying things in a way that's not going to be hurtful to the other person. And then it's also like not holding back. Like with the Four of Cups here, it's not holding back. It's kind of like, if you have some emotional expression that you need to say, it's not, staying stagnant within yourself within that emotion. It's kind of like thinking about it, kind of planning what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and then being really dependable with that communication. On the other hand, here we have the Nine of Cups, which I said could be about, using your communication for personal gain, or, the other way, not communicating because you prefer not to communicate. So just being mindful of that. But it could also be about, this might be more about that like emotional expression too, maybe expressing your emotions. But then I think we have a caution here with the Seven of Cups. It's kind of like make sure you know where you want to go with this before you kind of get into the conversation. Don't just like blindly, don't just kind of blindly go and then like have too many, because then I think it can get confusing for the other person. So let's see what we have. I have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. So this is kind of like, I think it's just saying like don't be like super resistant to taking action, to moving forward. A lot of times I think communication is withheld because people are afraid. They're afraid of taking that risk. They're afraid of being vulnerable. They're afraid of how the other person is going to view them or see them after they do this. And so I think with the Nine of Wands here, try not to be resistant to it. Try not to be defensive too. If somebody has the courage to open up to you and tell you, you know, blatantly and honestly how they feel, like really, don't get defensive about it, because sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is hard to hear the truth, but I think the only thing when we're defensive and we're resistant to it, I think it just kind of shuts communication down. So yeah, this is good energy, guys. I love it. Um, yeah, I think communication is always better than not communicating because as much as like we would like to be able to read each other's thoughts, we really aren't quite there yet. So hopefully this was helpful. I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys later.